Helping the natives. Visiting the sick. Noblesse oblige and all that.
If you have taken one step inside of my son's room...
Oh, I gotta tell you, he's looking a little pasty if you ask me.
I'm having you barred.
Well, when you finally find Bob, I doubt that barring one of his top contributors is going to be tops on his list.
What do you want, huh? My daughter is dead. My son is lying in a hospital bed.
And you're blaming me?
Your hatred of my family is limitless. I won't even go into what you've done to me, but you slept with my daughter. You hounded her through her pregnancy. You drove my grandson out of town. You tried to kill my son-in-law. Is it too much of a stretch to think that you might have done something to Paul's car?
I didn't do anything to hurt your son. You have my word.
Your word? I will have you barred from these premises until Paul is well enough to defend himself.
Don't waste your time, Barbara. Paul's not the reason I'm here.
We'll talk when you're feeling stronger.
Right. You were right. You were right about me. I don't know what it means to love somebody. I don't know what it means to really, really love somebody. When I was dead, Meg, something happened. I was at this inn, right? And Jennifer was there. Not my sister Jennifer, but my baby Jennifer. But she wasn't a baby anymore. She was a little girl, and she had red hair. And I was trying to look at her face, but I couldn't see her face. But I knew. I just wanted to make her happy. And that's what you meant. That's what you meant when you told me that I had to choose between hating Craig and loving you. I just made a mistake. That's all. I just made a mistake. But it's not my fault because I didn't know. I didn't know. I thought that when you love somebody, you're supposed to keep them safe. But when you really love somebody, you're supposed to make them happy. And I'm sorry I didn't make you happy.
We both made mistakes.
It's okay. It's okay now. Because now I know. So now we can start to make each other happy.
Oh, I am so glad you came back from this accident. That you survived, that you're going to recover, because I want you to be healthy. I want you to be happy. But I can't be with you anymore. And I don't want to give it a try. All right, look, I admit that I was in love with Paul at one time.
It went way past that.
Okay, fine. I was a little obsessed.
You still are. That's why you're here.
No, it's not. I'm here because I want to help you and Johnny.
Emily, what is this? Payback?
What do you care what it is, huh? As long as you get what you want.
I don't want to invest in a losing proposition. Taking Paul down, you're just upset he hooked up with Meg.
No, I'm not. They're through. She walked out on him. And for your information, I don't want him back.
Who are you trying to kid?
All right, look. I will be the first person to admit that I have a weakness when it comes to that man. That's why I want him locked up safely behind bars.
Imagine you're on the witness stand. Is it true, Miss Stewart, that you saw Paul Ryan take blanks out of Mr. Donovan's gun and then load it with real bullets? You're going to look over at Paul. You're not going to be able to do anything. So, thanks. But no thanks.
You're just going to take the rap for Paul.
You're the problem. Paul's okay. If he hadn't reloaded that gun for me, I would have been standing there with nothing. At least I put a hole in his chest.
They used you. They all used you. Paul, Craig used you. Do you think Craig would have gone down in that garage knowing he was in real danger? You're here because they want you here. The question is, what are you going to do about it?
What's the difference between me and you? I don't care about them.
Yeah, well, if it weren't for them, you'd be home with your son.
I don't think so. I think Montgomery would have gotten custody anyway.
Yeah, well, at least you could fight him. You'd have a fighting chance. You can't do anything from in here. Come on, what have you got to lose?
Okay, so we go to the DA, tell him this story. Paul's still gonna get out of it.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
It's our word against his.
Look, I can't go into it now, but I have good reason to believe that Meg's going to support our case.
Even with Meg's testimony, what's she gonna say? What you told her? What Paul told her? Paul's gonna deny it.
It doesn't matter what happens to him. What matters is we got to get you out of here. So you can find your son and Lucy. If you still think you can find them.
Oh, I can find them.
Okay, so then let's get you out of here.
If we do this, what's in it for you?
I can't let you spend the next 25 years behind bars. It's just not in me. But when you do find them, you're going to need a plan. Because Craig isn't giving up. He's going for full custody of Johnny, and you know it. I'm just telling you, you need to think ahead.
What I need is to keep my son as far away as possible from people like Craig and you.
Miss me?
Not yet.
I have an idea. I'm gonna leave you alone for the rest of the day.
Oh, that's a good start.
And then I'll check in at dinner.
Dinner.
Because you can't talk now.
Okay, what do you want, Craig?
Short term or long term?
You've got 30 seconds.
All right, I realize something.
Oh, not you too.
No, it's the season. But I've been thinking about why Lucy ran off with my son.
Who happens to be her brother, but never mind.
Right. It's because she doesn't know who I am.
Or maybe she does, Craig, and that's why she left.
No. She knows the old me, but not the new me.
And you've turned over a new leaf.
Right. I'm strictly hands-off now.
Oh, well, that's a good policy now that she's out of reach.
You know what I love about you?
What you love about any woman who gives it back to you?
Oh, that and a few other things.
I need to go.
You know, so I'll see you at dinner?
What happened to the new you?
Well, the new me has to eat.
Oh, nice try.
And I have to practice my new persona, the hands-off Craig. And then when Lucy realizes that it's safe to come home, I'll have my family back.
And you'll leave me alone?
Never.
Well, so much for the hands-off, Craig.
But I made you laugh. That's a start.
Goodbye, Craig.
Goodbye.
Beautiful.
She's a natural.
Oh, I had a good partner, and we had a great teacher.
How about that, Faith? Are we ready for the big time?
No, we looked everywhere. She's nowhere to be found. Should we call the police?
Hey, hi! Did anyone miss us by any
Where
chance?
were you? We were frantic.
Well, I invited Faith to go shopping with me, and we just ducked out because the lesson was going so swimmingly. We didn't want to interrupt.
Next time, interrupt. We were going to call the
But
police.
you can't just wander off like that without telling us where you're going. Even if you're with your grandmother, you gotta tell us where you are.
Fine. Can we go home now?
Sure, but can I ask you a question, darling?
Sure.
You too.
Excuse us.
Hey, Faith, you want to help me organize the music? I'm going to put your parents' favorite in a folder.
What happened?
Nothing. We were dancing, we turned around, and she was gone.
She knows better. She knew that we would panic.
Well, darling, of course that's why she did it. Something is troubling her. Find out what it is before it gets worse.
So, do you like to dance, Faith?
Not ballroom or whatever you call it.
But at parties or with your girlfriends?
I guess.
So you are a dancer.
Me, a dancer? Dancers are tall and skinny, like you.
Well, ballet dancers, maybe. We have to watch everything we eat. Believe me, it's no fun. But there's lots of kind of dancers. Have you ever seen a belly dancer? They're very curvy. And jazz dancers have lots of muscle. I mean, not everybody has to look like me. In fact, I used to look a lot like you.
You were fat?
You are not fat. You're a normal girl. And you're very pretty. And if you ever want to learn more about dancing, any kind of dancing, I'd love to give you a list of our classes. I hope I'll see you again.